And we're back. Very many thanks for choosing to stay with us. And one message that we are pushing for right here at Kenya's Gold: we cannot continue claiming that we're a country whose backbone is agriculture, yet continue to remain rain-fed. Remember, climate change is real, weather patterns are changing, and it's most definitely changing our ways of doing agriculture. I mean, if a desert can afford to be self-sufficient and even supply food to other countries, then we have no excuse to do the same. We do want to continue with that conversation with Hani on how to convert arid and semi-arid land into an agricultural food basket. But before we get there, allow me to tease the farm joke of the day, like we always do right here at Kenya's Gold. And today it's going to be quite tough. Nimewazoesha raisi of late. And the question that we are asking you today is, which is the cutest of all seasons? I'll ask that one more time. Which is the cutest of all seasons? And here we are talking about autumn, winter, spring, and summer. Please do not overthink. Remember, it's a farm joke, and the first two people to get the answer correct do get to walk away with a hamper courtesy of Ultra Vetus East Africa. As you think about your answer, how about you continue enjoying the conversation on agriculture in arid land? We are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. We do want to continue with our gold conversation with Hani, who is a farmer in Israel and also in Kenya. And she's talking to us about what are the measures being put in place in a desert region like Israel to convert it into a food basket. All right?
All right.
Great. So now we were talking about young people.
Yes.
Tell us about the demographic of farmers in Israel, because here we are getting a challenge of most of our farmers are the elderly people, but now we are getting some more young people getting interested in agriculture. But in Israel, what are the demographics like? Do we have a lot of young people in agriculture?
Actually, yes, we have.
You do?
Yes, we have. And it's not just the, first of all, it's the agriculture, because when an old farmer, his young son coming back to the farm, they do innovation. They find solution how to make the yield better, how to find solution that you don't need maybe more high technology, more machines, and they bring. That's the way they see it, is the high tech. It's not only the dirty job.
All right. On average, what is the average age of a farmer in Israel?
I can say maybe 40, 45.
Yes. 40, 45.
Yes, because
all right.
We have very, very old farmers, but we have a lot of young. But young in Israel, it's, you know, they come after they study. Farmers in Israel, they have bachelor degree. They can work anywhere, but they decided when they want to settle, after they get married, they come back to the farm.
Great.
Because it's the roots. It's the roots. That's what I think we got.
All right. Is there a challenge of subdivision of agricultural land? Let's say if, you know, the father is no longer there and the children take over and they choose to do other things that are not agriculture. Is that a problem that you face in Israel?
We see it. I cannot say that we don't. We see it from time to time. Yes, but they do, you know, they do some agrotourism. So they based on agriculture. These are the roots. They based on agriculture, but yes, sometimes they find other things to do.
Right.
Also.
But others still maintain agriculture. A big percentage of them.
We have big yes.
Great.
Yes,
now, something very important to talk about is the fact that climate change is real, and it's changing how we do everything, including agriculture. You know, and a country like Kenya, we are rain-fed, which is not very sustainable. Please talk to us about moving forward. If we are to be sustainable in the space of agriculture, what innovations are we supposed to be looking at? What is the way forward to make sure that there's food? Climate change or not?
Or not. So definitely we face the climate change. We see the season is different. We see that the rain is, some places it's more, some places it's less. And we need just to be flexible. We need just to do, not to plant at the time that we used to do before, but to change it a little bit. We need to put shade, okay? To put shade to create conditions. You create conditions. That's what you do. Because if it's too hot, so you don't grow under the sun. So you can do net houses, you can do greenhouses, so you can control the climate.
So this is an example of a shade.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
And it works.
We used to put net house on our pepper fields. So then you can the temperature is different inside, and you find solution. If you want it will be cooler, so you put wet mattresses on the side. You find so many solutions, so many innovation, but you need to be aware that it becomes more hot and maybe more rain, you have more rain, and the time is, you need to be flexible because it's not what you used to have before.
Right.
So you have just to be open-minded.
And create the conditions.
Learn from others and create the conditions.
Create the conditions.
Create the conditions the plants need.
Right. Yes. Now that you're now a farmer here in Kibwezi, are you planning to explore other parts of Kenya and work together with the communities into converting arid and bare land into agricultural food baskets?
You know, we see this project as partnership. We don't come from above and give advices. We just want to build it together. And we hope it will be a hub for people from Kenya that will come here, learn by themselves, and do for themselves. That's the idea.
Right.
I think this is better.
Right.
Yeah.
And how are you working the communities here?
Wow, we are working in school, and we also have ACAT graduates. Her name Jennifer. I hope you have time to meet her. And she's the bridge between us and the community. She works with the community, and she starts to do things together with them, to encourage them, and even to expose them to new things.
Great. Yes. And as we wind up this conversation, we cannot wind up without talking about the money aspect. You know, the young people want to be in a field where they are also making some money. So is agriculture lucrative? Can I live off being a farmer? You have been in that space for years. What do you have to say about that?
I can say that you can live in a very good quality of life from agriculture. You can give good education to the children, you can travel the world, but you have to do good agriculture. You have to be a good manager. It's a business. You have to see agriculture as a business. And this is a different way of thinking, and you need to adapt it. That's what we do in Israel. For us, it's a business. We can live from it. We can have good life. We can travel the world. We can give good education to our children, and we have food on the table. We also can feed others. So it's win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
You can make some good money out of it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Heini. And just like your name, you're actually very sweet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
They were not wrong when they gave you that name. Thank you so very much for talking to us. And keep up the good job that you are doing in our country and different other parts of the world.
We'll never stop.
Great.
We'll never stop.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Now we came all the way to Kibwezi to learn how we can convert this arid area, which receives about 70 millimeters of rainfall annually, and turn it into a food basket. As you can see, these are crops growing and they're healthy and they're great. All you have to do is make sure that you are practicing modern day agriculture, you're using innovation, and also you're saving as much water as you can. Thank you so very much for watching our Gold Conversation, but please, to keep it Kenya's Gold, we still do have a lot more in store for you.
Kenya's Gold.
Such a great conversation there with Hani, who is a farmer both in Israel and in Kenya. And my takeout from that conversation is the fact that innovation and technology, data-driven agriculture, favorable policies, and a positive mindset is all that we need in order to convert arid and semi-arid land into an agricultural food basket. Remember, Kenya's soil is gold, so let us try and do better. Now, at this particular moment, how about we have a conversation with our farmers, giving you tips on what you need to do in order to grow from just doing agriculture to agribusiness. And you might be asking me, what are those tips? We got them for you. Tip number one that we're giving you, please, as a farmer, make sure that haufanyi vitu peke yako, yani haujitegemei. Be part of a cooperative society. Join hands with other farmers. Remember, you only need to be about 10 members and you form a cooperative society. A cooperative society is the voice of a farmer, and when you are in such a